Hey, welcome back to Satisfactory on Story Theory. So, I ended up not recording a video yesterday. We had some things going on, some Christmas presents happening, a little bit early celebration, so I did not record. But today I'm going to be doing the 19th, which is 25 coupons, which is huge. That's a huge present for the day. And so that's the 19th, and then the 20th. Which is today, we get, what is that, 10 FICSMAS decorations. So, let's go out here, put these back in our FICSMAS industrial storage container, and then probably see what we can do with these coupons, but I'll show you what we did. So actually, the catwalk lift, I forgot in this mod, you can actually change it, how high it goes, how many floors you're allowed to go. So this is like 2,000 floors now that I can go up, and it's like 5,000 meters into the sky. I mean, it's absolutely ginormous how tall I can go with those. But anyways, there's actually not a Mark II of these, not a Mark III, so had to go into the mods and change it there. Otherwise, we have all of our awesome sinks up here. And we have all of our storage up here as well. So this is the very top floor. This is the end of the road. This is where all of the materials are going to go before they find their final resting place somewhere. To the new base location that we're going to make eventually. But I got all the materials up here. It all looks really, really good. This bin right here is the one I want to show you. How many power shards we have off of just making one per minute. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 813 power shards. That's how many we have been making since we set up that power shard process. So we got a lot of our materials here coming in. Pretty much all of them. There's one box down here that is the rods and the modular frames that we built, because both of them, there's actually, you know what, let me just show you. I'll show you exactly what kind of happened whenever I was doing the logistics down here. It turned into a mess, an absolute mess. So because I incorrectly calculated how many copper ingots we have, I had to put in this other copper line here. So we're making some wire here, we're making some sheet here, we're still making some cable back there, finally using up all of our copper ingots, and then we have some actual in-place storage in the facility here. Now, downstairs is where it gets scary. And I want everybody to know, before I turn around, this is not considered spaghetti. Because none of the lines actually touch. They don't go through each other. None of the materials clip through each other either. So I would say this is more like ramen noodles before they're cooked. Good save. And I can also tell that my computer's struggling now because the saves take longer and everything's a little slower. But this is the so it looks fine right there, right? And then you start getting into this side. And then you start getting into this side. And then you look back in here and it's absolute chaos. It's actually insane how much stuff is running through this area, not clipping through anything. This was a nightmare to set up. Oh my god. It was just like at one, like this wire line here, it doesn't clip through any of this stuff, but oh my gosh, getting it set up and having it run around the entire thing, like after so long I just started running it wherever I could go, up, down, over, around, no means to the madness. And then I actually forgot about our modular frames over here, the entire point of the top floor to make modular frames. I forgot to add them to the final 15 slots that go up into the top floor. So it's actually getting merged up with the 11.25 rods that we have going. And I'll probably I mean, on the top floor, I won't have 15 different drone ports all going to the main hub. I'll probably have a bunch of them going together and then going over to the hub. Wherever the main hub ends up being at the end here, which I know where it should be. It should be somewhere that way. Can't remember exactly where, but it's more near 00. So let's actually go down 25 coupons. That is a good FICSMAS gift. We're actually going to go down to Phase 2 processing, where I have my awesome shop here. And there's still a little bit of decoration that can go on the second floor. But the goal of today is going to be to abandon our starter base. Abandon our starter area. And go find some crude oil. So that way I can get rolling on plastic and rubber. And that's what I have to do. That's what I need to do. Let's see. All of management is done besides Mark III. Quarter pipes pack. That might be fun. Windowed walls. I don't use these hardly ever, so I don't think that's necessary right now. Architecture. I never use metal pillar sets. Never use these industrial walkways, the ladders, or those stairs. Those stairs are so hard to use. I mean, they're really only good for making a very specific kind of staircase. Not really my thing. Coated concrete, I'm definitely going to get. Grip metal, I'm definitely going to get. And asphalt, I'm definitely going to get. Because all three of those, asphalt, I'm going to be using for the tops of my facilities where the airports are going to go for the drones. And the coated concrete foundation, I'm probably going to end up using that for to highlight the areas where the materials are going to be going up and through different floors. I also installed the more swatch slots mod, so I have a couple more things that I can, a couple more slots that I can put individual customizers on. Yeah, we don't really have a ton left, you know. I think that's probably, yeah, that's 21. Flood lighting and street lighting, I guess. Alright, that's 25. That'll do it. That'll do it for the awesome shop. Okay, so we actually have the upstairs just completely crushing crushing out tickets in all of these awesome sinks. How many we got? We got 3. It's not a lot. To be honest, it's not a lot. Also, so when I said last time that was as many steel beams as we had, that was as many as it took to make this facility. Just setting up this top floor took all of them but 7. I have 7 steel beams left over. So I actually have to make a steel factory too. Eventually this small area where we're taking a bunch of coal out could be a steel factory, but at this point in time it's not going to be a steel factory. And we have to make our FICSMAS factory. We gotta do a lot of stuff. We gotta do a lot of stuff. Too much stuff, in fact. Look how foggy it is here today. Also, I'm so high up. Yeah, so we have a little bit of decorating here. We need to put some structural supports in on this side, put the signs in, but look at this. Look at how nice this looks. All of our materials going up. Okay, so to abandon this facility, we need crude oil. Where are we gonna get it? Looks like there's quite a bit up here. So this is the Spire Coast. all of these oil pods are eventually going to be used to make my turbo fuel, my turbo fuel power facility. But right now we are going to do a temporary setup to get us plastic and to get us rubber. So let's head that way to the north. Right? And make sure we have everything we need. Alright, let's take a look at the inventory real quick. Okay, we have crystals, so that way we can make, signs, even though everything's going to be temporary, so I probably won't do that. Cable, wire. Let's grab a stack of quick wire here, couple stacks. Let's see, what do we need to make refiners? I think you need heavy metal frame. Encased steel beams and motors. Which means we need rotors and stators, which we don't have. And we don't have any motors, and we don't have any encased steel beams. So, we are going to just grab a little stack. What is going in? What's supposed to be going into here? Whatever it is, apparently it's not filling up at the rate. Oh, it's steel pipes. Okay, that's fine. We are going to need this. We're gonna need... Okay, those can stop being belted away to get ground up. Because we're gonna need those to make our Mark II pipes. We definitely have enough wire. I feel like we're gonna be making a lot of things. Yep, I feel like we're gonna be making a lot of stuff. Let's just grab a couple things of silica here, because this will end up filling back up. Eventually, we're good there. We're gonna grab, let's say, 500 power shards for our journey. We definitely need concrete. How are we doing on inventory space? Not bad. Let's take an entire row. So just preparing for our journey to go get some oil, because we're just going to make it out there as well. We don't need those. We don't need those. Don't need those. Don't need cable, that's for sure. We have so much cable. Reinforced iron plates. Let's grab some of this as well, so that way we don't have to make any. And let's grab some of these, some of those. And we're done here. Okay. Alright. Turn this off. Turn that off. And we're going to have to take power out there as well. So where are we going to take power from? I'll probably just snag a line off of there. What do we need to make power poles? Rods, concrete, and wire. Tons of all of that. And we also have some biomass in case we get into a pickle and we need some extra power. Which we gosh darn shouldn't. Let's see. 5,250 still. Very nice, steady line. I'm going to go back here and grab some nutrients. We'll grab a chainsaw just in case. Let's grab the Nobelisk exploders, the black powder in case, some of this, some of that. Okay. I think we're ready to start our journey. Yeah, I think we're good. Throw that there. And we ride. Superman jump. Superman jump. Ah, nice. Is this a waste of our berries? Probably. There's... Uh-oh. Go ahead, shoot at me. See if I care. This oil is actually very close by. This is a great starting facility. I know there's a slug right there, but I'm not gonna grab it. We've got schmutz to do. How is there nothing guarding this? I'm waiting for something to attack me. Oh look, there's a purple power slug over there. I don't think I've actually gotten a purple one yet. Ooh, there's a lot of bad things over there too. Okay, so this isn't a bad area. Let's get a little bit of bird's eye view, see what we're working with. Because I'll definitely set up right here and just kind of make a tall-ish sky area. Yeah, I mean, this is perfect. Our bases are right there. So there's one underneath us. There was one right, I think it's right on the other side of this. Yep, right there. So there's two here. Are these both impure? Let's see. Impure, impure. All three of these probably. Nope, that one's normal. Well, we just need to make enough plastic and rubber to satisfy our milestones, which I don't know what they were. Regardless, let's get this set up. And get these bad boys rolling. So we are going to start out on the world grid. We're just going to go up. Make sure we know how much we're going up by. 4, 8, 10, 12, 14. Let's go 16. Because I know that one's not technically the bottom, but 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, or 12, 16, 20. Okay, so that's 20 meters upward, and then our oil extractor can be transported 10 meters upward, so we're going to need a pump about halfway up that, which is fine. Now let's get a foundation on the top there. I just really want to be above the tree line. Yeah, don't really want to get in the way of all those. Okay. Nailed it. And this facility is going to be so ugly looking, it's not going to be supported. It's not going to be nothing. Because I don't need it to be right now. What I need it to be right now is functional and efficient to continue our build. Let's see, what did I go over here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just go 7, and then if we can get 3 on this side. Nice. Okay, we can. Okay, so this is going to be a nice 10 by something. 10 by whatever it ends up being, and then eventually I can leave this area with all of the trees and everything intact. Or at least mostly intact. Okay, so we're kind of running into that tree on that side. Let's go out this way. Still got some space to work with. Okay, and that's going to be the end of the road, but that's not bad. That's a 3, 2, that's an 8. An 8 by 10 grid. Very nice. Now we need steel beams, encased steel beams, which we don't have any. Can we even make any? I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to find some coal. I can make 17 because I have 17 of these. Oh, and it takes so many to make a refinery. Oh, I have 71. I mean, I gotta do it. Like, there's no other way to get around it, right? So, heavy modular frames will be one of our first big builds. Computers will probably be the next. Motors will definitely be in there as a big build area, and maybe crystal oscillators will also be in there. Crystal oscillators take quite a few things to make. You know, we're gonna have quartz crystal, we're gonna have wire, we're gonna have iron, so that's 3 main components. Motors, we have rotors, which is all iron, and then we have steel and wire making the stators, so that's gonna be pretty big as well. I have a couple. So in my mind, there's a couple different facilities that we make. The basic bitch parts, which is just going to be like straight iron, like making screws and stuff, and we're going to be making those at the nodes whenever we finally get drones. Because we'll just make a smelter unit on top of the miner. On top of that, we'll make a manufacturing floor with constructors, and then we'll export those parts to wherever they need to go. Then we have our mid-tier level parts. So this is going to be the crystal oscillators, the motors, the computers, the heavy modular frames, AI limiters, not so much, circuit boards, not so much. Like, those are kind of mid-tier, but I feel like they're a little bit lower. Same with encased industrial beams. They'll just be probably a small facility dedicated to making those, because, I mean, that is steel and concrete. So those are kind of like mid-tier facilities, I would say. And then the heavy tier facilities are going to be like radio control units. They're going to be turbo motors. Aluminum in itself is going to be a big facility where I'm just going to be taking bauxite from the nodes, taking it from a drone, putting it into a facility, and then running it. So I think that's how I'm going to tier this world up once I finally get to the stage of drones. I make my giant battery facility at the hub, and then I can start really getting into things. Like, I feel like everything I've made so far, besides the quartz and silica and the main hub, is temporary. All of that stuff is temporary. The coal facility is temporary. This facility is going to be temporary. I'll probably keep the tractor depots just because they're kind of cool. I've never used tractors, and they work super well, so I mean, those are fine. They're just gonna keep doing what they're doing, and our main beginning base facility is just gonna be chunking away at parts. We need to make more rotors. Oops. And we need 2 oil extractors, and gosh, I have no clue how many refineries. At least a couple. Which means we're gonna need more coal. Or more steel. We're gonna have to go back to our main hub, get some steel. This facility's not gonna look pretty at all. Once we do the turbo fuel facility, that's gonna be pretty. And I've actually rethought that a little bit. So the turbo fuel facility is still gonna look like a big glass onion, right? But it's going to be exporting 4,500 turbo fuel per minute. And taking that on a train network around the entire map doesn't really make sense, because the longer that you have fluids flow, the buggier and buggier they get. So I think I'm going to make that big glass onion pretty high in the sky, and it's going to, you know, produce all the turbo fuel. Then by gravity, it's all going to flow down, and what I calculated out, it's on a notepad somewhere. Excuse me, I think it's 8 pipelines that come out of there that are completely full, or a little bit under that, regardless. Each one of those pipelines is going to be linked up to itself, so there'll be a nice flow of all of them, and then those will flow down into a smaller glass onion, which will contain all of the fuel generators. So we need 400 fuel generators, all completely overclocked, which is insane. That's so many fuel generators. But we're going to do it anyways. And each one of those little glass onions, so we'll have the big one, then we'll have the 8 little ones on the bottom. It'll look good. It'll look good once it's done, I think. Eventually, I'm going to need to make a motor facility. It's pumping out stators, pumping out rotors, and motors. But again, I want to make all these facilities on the outside of the map, so that way my train can just go around the entire exterior of the map, picking up parts, dropping off parts, doing its own thing, and then the interior of the map can kind of be left alone. And if you look up in this area, we have a hard drive up there just waiting to be picked. Because I also still need the turbo blend fuel, heavy oil residue, diluted fuel, I think is the other one I need for my build to go right. I think so. I think those are the 3 main ones I need. Plus I need a hard drive just to unlock turbo fuel. At this little makeshift facility as well, we'll probably make some fuel, some residual fuel, so that way I can package it and work on some of the MAM research for sulfur. That's how I unlock turbo fuel. This is a bad cake decorator episode. I should have prepared this a little bit better. Gosh. My eyes are so itchy today. Don't know why. Okay. Now, let's slap down our oil extractor. Oh my gosh, I can only put down 1 of these. Boom. Might as well just put it out this way. I need 20 more encased industrial beams. Oof. That is rough. Well, we're gonna go steal coal then. You get to stay there, little slug. I'm making my own slugs that have, you know, they've never really known life. They get produced and then immediately ground up into power shards, so they, not really familiar with what life is. Oh, hey, buddy. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. This. No! You come here! No! See, you scared him away. Going. Going. How am I gonna get you all the way back up there? Oh my goodness. Alright. I thought I already had a sandy boyo. We're just gonna make you sand, doggo. Alright, well, I guess you come this way. Alright, well, shoot. I don't know how I'm gonna get you all the way back up to your brethren. Wait, that... Where? Where? Oh my gosh! Where did he come from? Did that dude just spawn out of nowhere? Holy crap. I've never been so scared for my doggo in his life. He is fine, though. He is fully capable of taking care of himself. Well, I mean, you're gonna have to come this way, I guess. Come on. Come on, we gotta take you back home. I mean, I gotta go up there and pick up iron anyways. And potentially steal ingots. Hopefully each one of the steel machines actually is full of ingots. And also, hopefully, he doesn't despawn like a couple of my other doggos did. Remember, I had 8 doggos in there at one time. And they were all in the pen. And then for some reason, they just despawned out of the area. You might only be able to have so many in a facility. Like, so many in proximity to each other before the game is just like, nope. It could have, I guess, respawned them back to their original places. Maybe that's what happened? do. Might be able to just... Nice. Okay. Coming? Oh yeah, he's coming. He's coming. Let's go take you to your brethren. I'm gonna make a small pit stop if that's okay with you. Just in case. Where you go? There you are. Just in case my steel ingot foundries do not have steel ingots in them. Which, I mean, I guess they shouldn't because they're running at 100% as well. Just in case they don't, I'm gonna grab some extra coal. I'll have to make my own. Don't get hit by the tractor, buddy. Okay. I just took all the coal out of there. Hopefully that tractor can still fill up. Not enough space. Filled up on too much coal. Come on, little man. Still got a ways to go before I drop you off with your brethren. It's kind of sad, too. The first doggo I ever had despawned. He's no longer in here. You get over that? Oh, yeah, he can get over anything. He is a rock star. Also, this facility's ginormous now compared to what it started out as. Alright, come on, bud. Let's meet your brethren. Can you open? Unlock. No. Where are you going? No! No, children! Oh, God. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Look at, they're not even following me. They know. They know. Okay, let's try this then. Yes. You've all been captured. Captured is probably not the right word. Saved. Saved from this medieval planet that would torture you and hurt you. Okay. Now that that minor change is out of the way. The Doggo Palace. Let's change this. This is now officially 7. We officially have 7 doggos in here. I know we do. Gotta gather them all up. Don't exactly know where they all are. But you. You found me, mycelia. Nice. Let's see. What can I get rid of? Probably don't need this much coal. Let's take that from you. What about you? Brought me bacon or bacon garlic. You can keep your leaves. And you did a good job. Did a good job. Captured some leaves. Alright. Got you. See, I already have a sandy boyo. I knew I did. What about you? What are you doing over here? Stinky boyo. Alright, come on, boys. Little army. Let's... See, there's only 5 right here. Where did the other ones go? There's 5. And then the other ones just despawn. I don't understand. I don't understand why they despawn. Oh, there's 3 right here. There's 5. Yep, the other ones, they must just despawn. And that's what happens to them. Because there definitely were 7 in here at one point. So, well, nothing I can do about that. Ooh, that's the logistics floor. Don't want to go there. Nothing I can do about that. I did my job. I saved my doggos. Actually, we need to go down to the first floor. To be fair, I still can't believe how quickly this facility kind of came together. From the bottom smelting floor, where all of this stuff should be going 100%. Yeah, 99. Alright, well, it looks like we are going to be making... Oof, goodness, it gets laggy down here, that's for sure. Oh, the frame rate is just, like, non-existent. These guys can't get rid of their copper soon enough. It's probably due... Excuse me, due to the... Yeah, same thing with these ones. Can't really get rid of their Caterium fast enough, which we're using up all of the Caterium here. Like, we're using up all of the ingots that we're making. So I'm not sure what the issue is. Somewhere I probably made a mistake to where it's not 100%. Or it's just the fact of the mergers, splitters, all of those kind of compounding on each other. Regardless, this is still technically a 100% build, but I don't know why these wouldn't be going at 100%. Could just do this. I mean, theoretically, this is what you would do. You make sure every single thing is completely devoid of any kind of material, and then you plug everything in, turn it on, and let it rip. And then it should all be fine. Like, these ones don't have any Caterium in them at all. They also have extra power shards, apparently. Do you all have extra power shards that you aren't using? Probably. Oh yeah. We've all got extra power shards here. Stuff that I forgot to do. That one's right. Look at that. Stuff that I forgot to do while copy and pasting. This one's not even working at all. What is happening down there? I believe this is a merger splitter function. If I remember correctly. Yeah, it is. Yep, that's what's happening here. Just the mergers and the splitters getting backed up. All of that going down into here and then not being taken away quick enough. Well, eventually when we get better belts, we could come back, fix this up, make these Mark IVs, so that way they are exporting the material a little bit faster. Otherwise, I'm just not going to worry about it, I guess. This is supposed to be a 100% build, but the mergers and splitters down there make it not so much. So, we need to make steel beams, and then we need to make encased steel beams. These are all running. These are all running out of Hundy. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I guess I could go floor by floor shutting things down. I think we're gonna need more motors as well. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we can only make 25. We're gonna be limping this oil facility along until we make another steel factory. Because we need 20 encased steel beams to even make another oil extractor. And then you need them to make, you need them to make the refineries as well, don't ya? Oil extractor, yep, you need them to make refineries and motors. Oh my gosh. We are going to be limping along. Oops, wrong floor. Let's just see what we need to do in our hub anyways for our milestones. How much plastic and rubber we actually need. Let's see. We need... I'm just going to calculate rubber at the moment. 200. 400. 800. 900. We need 1,300 rubber. Oh my goodness. Oh, not that notebook. This one. I feel like I really haven't done anything this episode. Yet, anyways. Plastic. 400, 500, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, 1,500, 1,600. Encased metal beams. 100, 300, 500, 500 encased metal beams. Oh, that's gonna be rough. And then let's look at heavy modular frames. 50, 150, 200, 300. 325. 355. Motors, 100. 130. 230. 330. 380. And computers. We got 20. 220. 270. That's it. Nope. 270 plus 20, 290. And then steel beams, that's the only other thing that we need. We got enough fabric there to do the gas mask already, so that's kind of nice. Yep, we just need steel beams. That's it. Okay, plastic and rubber obviously going to be the most detrimental here at over 1,000 to finish off all these tiers, which will make those. Motors at 380 is going to be annoying. Computers at 290. Heavy modular frames at 355. And encased metal beams at 500. Oh, that's going to be a pain. I think a lot of the stuff we're going to be making is going to be temporary. I think a lot of it's going to be temporary. Look at that. We're full on quick-wire. Almost full on AI units, too. Okay, well, I'll actually cut this episode a little bit short. I know I didn't put one out yesterday, and this one's kind of short, and I didn't really have anything prepared. I did have the facility done, though. So the entire main starter base is complete. It's done. It's producing everything we can produce here at this stage in the game. We're going to leave this facility just the way it is. Eventually, I might come back and take some of those, some of that quick wire and upgrade it with Mark IV belts. Do the same thing with the silica, just so I can have, you know, all of it actually exporting and be 100% efficient like it should be. And that's, you know, that's the issue with the, that's the downside of doing the splitters and mergers like that. Once you get a line over like 3 or 4, it starts to get really backed up. And even if everything is pulling away quickly enough, it's they usually still get backed up and don't run at 100%. But we don't have any more room down there in the basement anyways, so we had to do it that way. If I come back and do a 480 belt on all of that, and we're still only producing 270, that'll definitely take the... Actually, if I come back and upgrade all of these belts in this entire facility to 480, that would definitely make this facility completely and 100% efficient, because this facility is decked out for 270 resources per minute, and we'd be taking 480 away at a time. So we could do that. I might do that on my own time once we unlock it, but that would take forever, and they take encased metal beams, so, which we don't have, and we don't have a manufacturing floor set up to make those. Definitely an oversight by me. But next time I'm going to go back to the oil rig on this side, and hopefully get that entire thing set up, start producing rubber and plastic, and I will leave you with a heroic Superman jump to the bottom floor. Let's go up. Oh my gosh, that's... And look at that present right on our facility. This is what the starter base looks like. If you stuck around this long to see the end of the starter base setup, I really appreciate it. Like I said, we're going to be moving on to oil and plastic, moving on in the next episodes. Thank you for coming. I hope to see you next time on FICSMAS Day 21.